Welcome. This is the Disbursements. We are playing the Desert of Desolation campaign, Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Desert of Desolation was an original first edition campaign. We've converted it. We are on the third and final adventure of the campaign, The Lost Tomb of Martek. The DM Aaron. And with us tonight, we've got our channel hosts, Zereft. Michael?
Hey, how you doing? Do you want me to go into my character, or?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm playing Derelict, the great fighter of the gladiator pits, who's taken on now a new role as a paladin with one level. One level.
Also with us tonight, we've got Toby.
Hello, I am playing Hormia Music, the trickery tiefling cleric of the goddess of luck Tamora.
And also joining us and giving our recap, we've got Peter, who's playing Muglug.
Yes, I am Muglug, the great barbarian pitfire from the pits, adventuring out with my allies, killing many things. Last week, we were sailing across the sky. I still feel sick thinking about it. But we were sailing across the sky, and we saw another boat, and we figured, well, these guys might be in trouble. So we checked out the boat. It looked like, yeah, they were in trouble like a long time ago, and we were a little late. and these damn bugs started attacking us. But bugs, come on, bugs are easy. We splattered those things like they're just like roadkill. After that, we went on. The boat fell apart. Apparently, it was so bad and bug filled. We didn't want it anyways. It was just a termite infested boat. We really didn't want that thing anyways. So we went on across the sky. Oh, I still feel sick thinking about that. We went across the sky until eventually we made it to land. Oh, thank God, land. Once we got to land, we saw this glorious. Well, I guess glorious. Is that word?
It's always a word they use to describe you, so.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe
I
that's
don't know. My vocabulary is quite limited. It sounded like a big word, so I thought I'd use it. So we saw these. What was that word again? Oh yeah, fabulous, shiny pillars in the distance. So we went over there, investigate. Right. Mm-hmm. We looked around those pillars. We looked around those pillars. We started making some noises or something like that. It made my ears ring. But eventually, we saw this city in the sky. Oh God, not another city in the sky. Oh, this is gonna make me sick again, isn't it? Anyways, we saw a city in the sky, but we also found this door into this basement of this one of the shrines, and we went into that. Fought some squishy fire elemental and something else. It was so weak it was barely memorable. And then we played around with this gizmo cheek weird thingy-majiggy with buttons and switches. I just pressed them all just randomly, and next thing I know, here I am. I hope you like my introduction.
So yeah, in fact, y'all have all of the star gems of Martek. Using that final star gem is what guided you to those pillars and led you to the lost tomb in the sky that was actually hidden. It was there the whole time. Well, I don't think it's actually there. I think it probably goes in and out of a pocket dimension whatever. So
Oh, you're gonna make me sick again talking about these pocket dimensions. Oh yeah.
yes,
Parallax bangs Muglug on the back, going, There.
Oh, 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 oh.
so yeah, so y'all are immediately transported to this huge dome structure. So we're talking. What was that Jim Carrey movie?
Truman Show.
Truman Show. Welcome to the Truman Show. You're inside this big dome structure, and there's a whole garden and a couple of streams. You're on an elevated platform. Um, Yay high up. I can't remember how high up you are. Let's see. Um, so the vast platform, nearly 600 feet wide, 6 white marble pillars rise high overhead towards a vast opalescent dome. Hanging from the pillars in the air above your heads, a gigantic gong gives forth a loud bong. So I think Muglug, you were the first one to set off the bong, and as everybody else appeared after you, the big gong sounded for them as well. Um, you're in the back of what seems like a large room. Jungle growth blocks your sight, but the domed ceiling continues as far as you can see. 200 feet of stairs lead up to this platform from the ground. There is a wall in the back of you that rises to the domed ceiling. River empties into the wall on either side of the platform's stairs. So y'all barely catch your breath. Um, and catch your bearings as well. Again, y'all are in need of a long rest, right? Y'all were pushing. I think y'all were pushing through from a full days of travel already. From when y'all discovered this, the tomb and the entrance, and it wasn't an easy
Indeed.
entrance, right?
And the fight that ensued.
Yeah. So I think these are 50-foot. What's the word?
Hex.
Hex.
Oh,
Yeah, each hex is 50 feet. So realistically, y'all are in one hex. Um, so let's go. See, I did not prep as properly as I should have, but let's go ahead and um, put y'all in a different map, just with a little bit better scale. Come down the stairs, and I guess on either side of you is some stream, and then behind you is more of the stairs to the platform. And you start to see, who do you see? You start to hear murmuring. People are approaching. Let's see who approaches you. Let me see if I can find these. Let's just do this. also have. Okay. So you can see some people approaching you.
All right.
They're hesitant as they start to get closer. One of them is yelling out, hailing to you from a safe distance, letting you know that they have no negative intent.
Hormir will hail back, giving a similar sort of feeling out, like we have no negative intent. We're just visiting.
Okay. So they're going to come forward. And about there, they'll stop. I think that's about earshot, right? Maybe
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what, about 60 feet away? Is that about earshot, we say, or you think they're probably going to get closer?
50 to 60 is like shouting range.
Okay. Welcome. You see the female step forward among the group. She's flanked by several people, not a whole bunch. She says, "I'm Bandik. We're the Guilders. Welcome to the garden." And they're all sizing you up.
What did you say? I missed that last part.
Yeah, you
Garden.
cut out for a moment.
Okay, so she says she says we're the Guilders, and they all appear to be just sort of sizing you up, trying to see what y'all are about.
The Guilders, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a female tiefling?
It might be.
You're like,
In fact, I think it
try.
is.
They're like to move over to Homer and just nudges him with his elbow and go for it.
You do realize I'm a priest, right?
As it stops some people in the past.
Fair point, well made.
This is
Hormir
not
will
a
step
family friendly.
forward.
Let's just say that right now. This is not a family friendly. Since we're still what I consider the top of the street, let everybody know we're gonna do our best, but
We'll do our best, but no promises.
no promises.
Hormir will step forward and shout, I am Hormir, this is Daralax and Muglug. We have come to destroy the one that is destroying the world.
You're here for what? Sorry.
Hormir would
She
remember
seems-
his name. Toby can't.
Yeah, but just the idea of what you just said, even without mentioning a name, this kind of confuses her and also causes a little bit of apprehension in the way you said it. So, who's trying to destroy our world? Our world?
Hormir knows the name, Toby doesn't.
Oh, you're talking about Calatharius?
Yes, the big bad guy.
Big bad
So
emo
you
guy.
so you mentioned Calatharius, and you described him as the Ifriti. I'm going to
Yes.
assume this doesn't
And
ring a bell.
basically explain that outside of this city, the world is being destroyed.
The only thing she seems to catch, comprehend, and fixate on is that you mentioned outside, and she's like, "So you're from outside?"
Yes.
She's gonna step
We
forward. She's gonna step forward and a little bit. She's not fond of this yelling.
Hormir will fold in his wings and like hold his hands out like either side, no weapon, no shield, and just approach and say,
Muglug offers a chair for anyone who wants to sit.
Derlax is gonna go behind Hormir and just with his head over his shoulder, just go. Hormir once killed a bunch of undead with only a single strike.
So they're gonna go ahead and advance then, since everybody is closing.
"We've
Oh,
traveled a long way to your city."
also, I think a couple of guys really want to hear what you're saying. Tell us more about where you've been, where you come from. What's it like outside?
A vast desert that stretches for weeks.
Are you here to lead us to Grandel? They start mumbling to themselves. They might be here to guide us to Grandel.
Does Hormir recognize that name? Is that like a religious
Nope.
thing? Or...
In fact, go ahead and do a. You can do a religious check. That does not ring a bell.
Uh, Does that ring a bell to Derlax?
No,
No?
no.
Yeah.
So somebody else mentions, but Trifacus is going to lead us to Grandel. They might be here to help, though. So then
What?
Bandik asks you, "Are you here to lead us to Grandel?" She steps closer even more now. Really enthused at the prospect. And the question seems to she really lights up at when she asks you this question, like she's swelling with hope. Are
And
we finally
Derlax,
worthy?
Derlax just goes, "Oh, this is terrible." And Joey's probably gonna kill me afterwards. Homer, you can do whatever you want, honey.
Here we go.
Therax, please, just stay your tongue a moment. Bandik, I cannot say for certain why we are here. We are here because we were guided to in our goal to save our world. If my lady's favor lines up with your goals, then it does so. But I must admit, I have no knowledge of your clan.
hmm. Um, from behind, you see another group approaching. This guy says, mad dogs. Suddenly, you notice the apprehension level goes up among the people in front of you in Band 8.
I'm assuming these aren't friends of yours?
Yeah, so. They kind of approach. Uh, this guy seems to kind of crack a smile. He says, "Oh, hey Sam." This guy says, "Oh, hey Ralph." And then they get looks of chagrin from everybody else. So, newbies, welcome. We are Mad Dogs. I am Minho.
Are you Mad God's dogs like different from these adventure or explorers or what was your group name?
Oh, we're Mad Dogs.
No, these other guys.
Oh, the Gilders.
Yeah, are like the Mad Dogs and the Guilders like two different clans or something?
No, we're just different factions. I mean, what? Besides, we don't think of ourselves as Mad Dogs. That's their name
Fat.
for us. This guy whispers to you, Muglook. That's what they call us. We're really Palatine. That's how we call ourselves. Stupid, stupid Gilders. They can never get it straight. You hear over here, Sam and Ralph are talking. Sam's telling Ralph that y'all are here to lead them to Grandel, and Mad Dog is really and the uh, and Ralph seems to be really excited at the prospect. So now everybody's kind of swarming you, and they want to know more about: are they worthy? When do they get to go?
Like they want to leave?
And Minho says, "Yes, we we Palatine and the Gilders. We've been here for generations. We sure hope you're here to guide us to Grandall, or else you're stuck here just like us forever and ever and ever."
And
Uh,
ever.
you know, I'm not sure if either of you are worthy to leave. Um, I think your two teams should have a scrimmage right here to prove to us which one is more deserving to lead.
And Derelict just looks over at Mugly with his shocked look on his face.
Mugler, there is no need for bloodshed. We
There's
just wish
always
to
need for
understand.
bloodshed.
They all are look confused, like, what a scrimmage? What's that mean?
And Derelict tries to do a quick save. It's like, a sport.
Uh, let's see. Muglog. What's your perception? Passive?
Um, 2,
Okay.
so 12.
All right. Let's see. Oh wait, how do I do? How do I do my own rolls?
How do you mean roll to yourself, like
Yeah,
whisper?
yeah, like a whisper roll.
Slash W, slash W slash R, whatever it is. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Let's just. Let me just do
Just
this.
roll a d20 and just don't add the modifier. Like add the modifier afterwards, and then
Okay.
that way we don't know what they got.
All right. Mugleg, you feel a guy bump up against you, and he puts his hand on your bag of holding.
Hey, Mister, you looking for a way out? I don't think that's a way out.
All the others, including Bandik and the others in his group, they all start laughing. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Get out of here, you! Get out of here! Ah, ha, ha, ha. And one of the other ones kind of like they kind of just throw him to the back. He's embarrassed. He's got a grin on his face. And they're like, you've got a good eye, you. And he taps you on the shoulder.
I think you have a good eye too. And Muglug decks him right in the eye. Do I need to make a roll for that?
No. Um, he lands on his ass, and the all of the Palantines start laughing. Yeah, and the Mag Dog in front of you goes up to you and says, "Yeah, I think your arm is more impressive than your eye." And,
Alex looks at Homer and goes, "Should we stop him?"
To be honest, am confused how to proceed with the situation.
So Bandik steps
Nerlax asks,
forward and turns to Minho. Minho, they're here to help Trifacus. Um, if anybody is worthy to enter Grandel, Trifacus will know. So you just scurry on. Minho just kind of looks around. He's like, Bandik. Um, I think I liked you better when you were in charge. Not not Trifacus. And he says, "Come on, Palatine, we're out of here." And they all kind of follow suit. This guy says, uh, "Later, Sam. Later, Ralph." And they all just kind of go back.
Can I make a perception check to see what they were talking about or whatever?
uh, who's talking about?
I think you failed it.
I was about to say, yeah.
All right.
So they were talking about Trifacus, right?
Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a perception check, or give me a history check, actually, because that would be more appropriate since you're asking about who they're talking about. So Trifacus sounds like a Dragonborn name,
Dragonborn.
but you don't know who it is. But it's just the structure of the name um, would be somebody who would be draconic or dragonborn.
Hmm. Guys, I think we may be dealing with a dragonborn.
Is Trafacus your lead bandit?
Oh yes, he is. He looks a lot like you. She looks at Derilax, and
If you were
this gives her pause. She kind of stops and thinks about something. Hmm. And she
I thought I asked you.
says, and then she says, "Yes, the Trifacus will definitely want to meet you. Trifacus, Panis, and Sardoc. He's been trying to
need
get
to
us. He's been trying to get us into Grendel also." Yes, we'll have a we'll take you to Trifacus. Um, it's almost time for Din Din anyways, and then and then it'll be dark soon. So she leads you. Let's see. Let's go back to the big map. So let's instead go with a marker to let let just so we can track where y'all are at. So for lack of a better marker, since I don't think I still have
Camels.
the camels, we'll use this.
All right.
So she guides you uh, through the woods. Let me make sure that I'm taking you to the right place. Uh, you see, um, Okay. Just so that way I have an idea of what's where. Kind of goes off from. So this is the village of the Guilders, and you see a lot of people. Probably at least um, I would say at least 50, maybe 100 people are here.
Hmm.
It's
Where's
obvious that they've been here for centuries, like they talked about.
right?
Um, they've they've let me see what else. They tell you that the Mad Dogs are off in this direction. Mad Dogs are off in this direction. And then from this direction up here, you see Dragonborn, a half elf,
Uh huh.
dark half elf, I should say,
Hmm.
and a drow elf accompanied as they approach. Let me make sure that I'm also reading the description. Near the center of a. Okay. Uh, there's a calm lake. Lake is about 200 feet wide, 500 feet long.
Uh-huh.
Village made up with wooden huts with woven mat roofs. Villagers go quietly about their business. On the north side of the lake are 50 heavy bamboo cages that are empty. 15 heavy bamboo cages that are empty. And they all look expectant because they all apparently heard the gongs. And they see. So Bandik, as y'all are walking up, so Bandik asks you. So what led y'all here? How did y'all find this place?
The star gems led us here.
The stars in the sky? We don't really
No,
get those.
gems born of the stars, from what I understand.
Oh.
It pulsed and showed a direction to this place.
What does it do now?
That's a good question. What is it doing currently?
It's
Also, did
it's
you get the DM I sent you?
maybe I did not. Um how far how
I can.
Mhm.
I'll DM you.
um so yeah, it stopped glowing. So you kind of pull it out and check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's stopped glowing. Uh, let's see. She says, "Oh well, Trafakas would like to know. I'm sure he'll be interested in that.
Then let us meet. We have much to discuss.
Yes, I'm curious about this Trafakas.
So, so y'all meet. They set up a big banquet for you. You see Trafakas. You see he's a blue dragonborn.
Hmm.
You see with him his close associates. Uh, they refer to them like the rest of the guilders refer to them as they specifically refer to him as Trafakas the emissary. Then they present you his associates. Uh, the half elf, they call him. They refer to her as Sardok the Loyal. And then Paunus, they refer to him as Paunus the Dark, and he's a full drow elf.
Do those names sound familiar to me at all? Or
No.
alright.
A pleasure to meet you. And Holmir gives a sort of deep, elaborate bow.
Okay. They're gonna lead you to. So Sardok. Um. So Trafakas. So Sardok and Paunus, they don't say much. Um. But they both have intense eyes. Um. And let's see. Trafakas seems very warm. He greets you. Um. He does. Trafakas doesn't have the same sort of odd accent that the rest of these villagers, including or Bandik, has. Um, nor the Palatine or the Mad Dogs, like the Guilders like to refer to them as. The Palatine and the Guilders, they both seem to have sort of a skewed accent, a skewed way of talking. You don't get that off of Trafakas. For that matter, you don't seem to get it off of Sardok or Paunus neither. Uh, so
So what do you guys do for fun around here?
he says, "Fun. Well, I think you've already figured that out." Um, he said, "But let me show you." Um, uh, one of the villagers comes up to the table that y'all are seated at, and goes up to Derilac's seat
Mm-hmm.
and he bows and he pulls out a bag of holding and sets it on the table in front of you. And then he kind of gestures like a big ta-da gesture. All the villagers like, ha ha, yay, yeah, woohoo, yeah.
Was that one of our bag of holdings?
It was your bag of holding, yes.
No, I guess I'd take it back. Is there anything missing?
Are you gonna stop and dig through it?
Yeah.
Okay, so for pretty
I
much the rest of the meal, um, Derelax is rifling through his bag, looking frantically, trying to make sure, trying to count. But of course, he can't really count that high, so he's just having to stop and recount, start over again. Um, Muglug, you see,
Muglug's like, wow, they just
you,
created another bag of holding from the air. Can you create those like infinitely?
so then the other Gilder, the one who bumped you, and then that you gave him a black eye. He comes up to you. He's got a real shiner going. He just kind of smiles and gives you a deep bow. And then everybody like just starts heckling him and whatever. Ah, get out of here, you suck. And then he's like kind of just shakes his head in shame and just goes back. And they're like, see, that's what we do for fun. Not like those stinking mad dogs. They always try to stop us from our fun, try to see if they can catch us, but we have fun.
What do the Mad Dogs do for fun?
One of the other guilders yells out, "They like getting their stuff taken by me!" Ha 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 ha! Yeah, yeah. And he pulls out like this long sword. He's like, "Yeah, check that out! I got that from one of those stinking mad dogs. He didn't even notice." Everybody's like cheering him.
Uh, what's the name of the head chief guy? Califarius?
The chief here in the guilders.
Yeah,
Um, his name is Trifacus.
Trifacus. Trifacus?
Yes.
I understand you're Dragonborn. I haven't seen much Dragonborn in these parts. Have you seen any others?
I was gonna say the one person who seems to be amused with the everything that the guilders are doing is Sardok, the half elf.
Sardoc?
She seems to be smiling and kind of getting in with them, enjoying it a little bit more. But Panis
So
and Trifacus, they seem to merely tolerate uh, this sort of thing. That's
um
yeah. Bendik is also getting in, smiling, laughing.
so the half elf
Hmm.
d so just to be clear, this half elf and drow do not look familiar to me at all.
No.
Okay. Okay, just checking. So
So your question was to Trifacus the emissary, right?
right.
And your question was what again?
I haven't seen many Dragonborn in these parts. Have you heard of any rumors of any Dragonborn in the area other than you and I?
Um, and you're speaking to him in common.
I'll speak to him in Draconic.
Okay. When's the last time you spoke Draconic?
Every time he curses.
Okay. um. He says, curiously enough, no. You and I appear to be one of a few here in these parts.
And I just reviewed the equipment Derelax has.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he gets for taking Gladiator. Derelax is just gonna bend over, lay down after he's done with the bag of holding, and start playing his lute.
Hmm.
Performance.
Yep.
All right.
We are technically entertainers.
So you start singing or playing with it and playing along, and maybe even occasionally singing. The whole crowd goes quiet as they listen intently to your song. What is it that you're singing about? Just like a ballad of some warrior or what?
I think that he'll, because he wants to watch their reactions. He's gonna start singing of I once knew a girl with silver in hair, obsidian of skin, who can fight like the toughest fighter in the ring. And I'm very
Bug
bad
Bug's
with
like, oh
lyrics.
yeah, I remember her. She was brutal.
and
Well, until she got her head lopped off. That was sad.
She was stabbed, damn it. That was the other girl that got her head lopped off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I get them all mixed up.
so
There was
Rolls his
so
eyes.
many fights.
so so you sing your song. They seem interested at first, and then somebody yells out. Somebody kind of mumbles. You kind of overhear somebody mumbling. I don't know. I'm not sure that I like that song. And the other one says, "Why not?" Nobody got shanked.
Wait till the end. She and he sings about how uh she died taking a poison blade to protecting the shielding the person she loved.
They seem to perk up. What kind of poison was it? Does it knock you out? Does it paralyze you? Does it kill you dead?
And he starts playing and singing how she died in his arms.
It must kill you dead. Oh, that's some brutal poison. That's like some two-step poison or something. Somebody else like, I hate two steps. And they're like, yeah, of course you would. They're constantly making you milk them all the time. Yeah, milking two-steppers sucks.
Jax looks at him and goes, "What's a two-stepper?" And he goes, "Ding ding 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 ding."
They're like, two-steppers are bad. Be careful in the jungles. You get a two-stepper. They go, and the next thing you know, they, they sting you really good. And then you take two steps, and then you're dead.
That sounds like a challenge. I'm sure I can make at least 3 steps, maybe 4.
Lots of people say that, but there's a reason their two-stepper name stuck with them.
Trust me, with Mudlug, you'd be surprised. I've seen that man walk off numerous injuries that would have killed less mortals. and I've
You're
healed
damn
them
right.
from numerous others.
So after your song,
Uh,
so there's lots of. So the meal is lots of. Is some a little bit of roughage, but also some fresh seafood.
mm,
Apparently, it's fished right off of the lake.
shellfish or just regular fish?
Regular fish.
Hormir doesn't eat or drink, he just sits conversing with everyone.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
Mugglug will eat. He's not afraid of any poison.
Okay. Give me a Constitution save, Mugglug. Derelax, did you eat also?
Eh, he'll hold off on the fish for later. I
Okay.
think he's going to continue playing his lute, and this time he's going to look at Trofarius. What was that his name?
Trifacus?
Trafacus.
Okay.
Trafacus, yeah. And
7.
so he's
What?
going to sing about what he remembers of his homeland before he was captured as a slave.
Okay. So, Mugglug.
I still think it's wrong that half orcs don't get advantage on their Constitution saves.
You mean like dwarves do?
Exactly.
Yeah. So is that a disadvantage that you have, or what is that, or is that just a 7?
No, I just rolled a 7. I just always keep on advantage these
Okay.
days.
Okay. So you rolled a 7, which is pretty low, right?
Yeah, pretty darn low. Yep.
It's
That would be a critical failure. Yes, I cannot
oh,
get
it
any lower
is.
than 7.
Wow. Um, you start to choke. Um, Muglook all of a sudden starts, and Derelax and Hormir, y'all hear Muglook start to choke.
Question: does it
Mhm.
look like he's just not chewing his food as usual, or
Yes.
is he poisoned?
No, it looks like he's not chewing his food as usual, and he might have got like a
Darlax, give him a
fishbone
good
stuck.
slap on the back.
Derlax puts all his strength and just slaps him on the back.
Yeah. A whole fish head comes flying out of his mouth.
And it lands into someone else's mouth and they start choking.
No.
Mugler, seriously, you've got to chew your food.
Derlax
Okay.
goes back to playing, and
So you're singing about your homeland. Tell me a little bit about the homeland. What are you doing? What are you doing?
he remembers he remembers like mountains or like a rocky area, maybe a desert, maybe it was just rocks. He can't remember, but he remembers the clan and thinks about his what he remembers his mother, his brother, and what family members he remembers.
Mm-hmm.
I
Um,
think so. How does this Dragonborn react to that?
um, he seems like one unimpressed. Two, he seems more preoccupied with trying to put on his. So give me an insight, by the way.
Insight. All right. Oh, that's better.
He seems to be more focused on coming across as thoughtful and serious. for the rest of the villagers. Um, he doesn't seem to be all that interested in your performance, your song, your story. There was a little bit of a part of it that kind of made him raise his eyebrow. Um, and he seemed to catch on a little bit, to pay a little bit more attention to what you were singing about towards the end, but then he kind of just blew it off, didn't think about it,
Huh.
and just gave a little polite applause when you were done.
Muglug's like to Derelax, he's like, yeah, yeah, I remember my homeland. Yeah, yep, right in the pits. Born and raised in the pits.
So people start to try to come up to you again, and they start asking you, and they start asking. You see some of uh, the villagers go up to uh, Trifacus and ask him, about Grandel. And when will they be able to be led into Grandel? And he kind of Warmir, you kind of overhear this. He says, "Well, they seem tired right now. Let them rest first. We can worry about it tomorrow." Uh, Hormir kind of catches this exchange. Um, Muglug and Derelax, you once again you start getting questions from some of the villagers. They're trying to be polite. They're trying to be subtle, but they do seem to be wanting to ask you about uh, about Grandal, and
What was the name of
if you're going to be leading them there.
what was the name of the town that we left? That was abandoned with all the temples.
That was Medinat Muscoward,
Oh, okay.
Bless you.
city of merchants. So then Bandik comes up, and she says, she looks towards Trifacus. It's the end of the meal now. Trifacus nods towards her, and she says, "Friends, it's time to retire to our beds. Um, Honored guests, this hut over here," they point at adjacent hut. Uh, we will let you. We have cleared out of it, and we will allow you the use of it. You can rest there tonight, for as many nights as you need. But before we retire, let's end once again with our story. At the beginning of time, there were two. And you see her. At the beginning of time, there were two peoples: the Guilders and the Mad Dogs. Yeah, jeers, Mad Dogs. Cheers, cheers from the crowd. The Mad Dogs were terrible. People, in the audience, and powerful in battle, slaying the holy Guilders and preventing them from performing their sacred steles. One day, the Master Gilder told his people that they must travel to the world of Martique and work to be worthy of entering Grandal. So now we live in the world of Martique, at the very gates of Grandal. When the time comes, the gates shall be opened. Yay, everybody's cheering in the crowd, and we will fulfill our destiny. the greatest stele of all eternity shall be completed, and all the guilders will be admitted into the grace of the Master Gilder. Everybody's like, yay! And then she gives a deep bow and goes back. And now dinner is over. And they're
I whispered to Darlax, I, I I think I like the sound of these mad dogs more than these silly what are they called again? Gilders.
the guilders are who you're in right now, who you're among right now.
Yes, that's why I whispered it to Darlax.
Okay. Okay.
Ormu will lean into Darlax and Muglook and say, get some rest in the hut they've lent us. I want to talk to Tarafakis a bit before I rest for the night.
So at this, you see Trifakas, Sardak, and Paunus. They all three get up and they leave in this direction. And remember, when you start to walk towards them as they're walking away, one of the guilders goes to you and says, "Oh, you can't follow them. They
Oh,
they do their sleepies away from the village in their own little hut.
oh, of course. I
You're
beg
just
my
wait
pardon.
wait until the morning. He'll be back. He'll be back to talk to you in the morning."
Of course, I shall head to bed.
And make sure.
And Darlax waits in the hut for Hormir to show up. And when Hormir shows up, he shakes that potion of invisibility in front of him.
I seriously don't need that Darlax.
How many of these kleptomaniacs do you think are in this town? Should we just whack them all out now
No,
and join the Mad Dogs? The Mad Dogs sound much better than these guys, these lunatics.
we are not hurting anyone until we know exactly what we're getting into. Do not be concerned. I am not actually here right now, but I am nearby. I'm going to follow those three. Just stay here. Don't cause any trouble. If you can manage that.
Darlax is just gonna go back to a corner and start playing his lute.
Okay.
And with that, the duplicate of Hormir disappears
All right.
as he continues to follow
Lucky.
I'm not going to get this name right, but Tefarak?
Trifakas.
Yes. All right. Yeah, he's following Trifacus and the gang up this way.
All right. Splitting the party. Hell yeah.
I don't trust the hell out of anything in this town.
Hell no!
All
They're freaking kleptomaniacs.
Weird
I
stuff
thought the
going on
people
in the
were
background.
nice, but the leaders are sketchy.
They're all sketchy.
But isn't that just every town and really? Okay, maybe not.
Okay, so you're gonna follow. You're gonna follow them. You give me a stealth roll. You have advantage, right? Because you're invisible.
No, I'm not invisible currently. I was just hiding. But now I have advantage on stealth checks, which cancels out the disadvantage from wearing my scale mail.
Okay.
Everyone knows the best way to take something from someone isn't stealing it, it's taking it off their dead corpse.
really glad Cormier ain't there to hear Darlax's crummy playing.
Muglug's not so glad.
14 for stealth.
Okay. And um, you're following kind of behind a bit. Are you invisible too, or what is this?
I will make myself invisible as well, but that only lasts a round. Just as I'm like hopping up to follow behind them, but I'm keeping a distance. So I'm not staying too close. But
Okay, so you're trying to
keeping them in eye line.
Okay, so you're gonna hold on in case, just in case. You're gonna hold on to the
Yeah, I'm
invisibility
holding
just in
the
case.
invisibility in case I think I'm rumbled, and then I'll pop it then.
Okay. So you all of a sudden, once they're alone, Paunus and Sardok seem to have more of a voice. Um, Paunus says, um, Bandik said that at least one of them had a star gem and admitted to it, even showed her, gave her a glimpse of it. Sardok seems like a little bit more amazed by this. He's like, really? Or she's like, really? So then maybe our way out. Paunus says, maybe. I still think there might be something with the mound of lawgivers. Trifacus is like, y'all two be quiet. Yes, I know they have at least one of the stones. My guess is they have all three, or maybe even five, or three, at least three, and maybe all five. Um, and he says, but we can't move too quickly. Let's just see how this plays out. I mean, if they are the way out, then it's great for everybody. And he mumbles something to himself. Let me see your character sheet really quick. He mumbles something to himself, but it sounds like it's just a bunch of hisses and spits and harsh consonant sounds. Sardok and Paunus don't react to this. But he's obviously just mumbling to himself in Dragonborn, in Draconic. Um, when they get to about right here, they go this way. Then they stop. And they turn around to where you are, Hormir.
Am I going to be evidently visible as they're turning around?
You can see that they're starting to turn around.
I'm going to make myself invisible and move very quietly to the nearest bit of cover and hide myself.
All right. So then they all start actively looking. You can tell that they are looking around and they step forward, try to see what they see. You're hidden, right?
Yeah, I've like ducked down, used my invisibility to give myself a moment to like duck down into the nearest brush or behind tree or whatever the nearest cover is and hide.
Okay. So we will come back to you then. I will need another stealth roll from you, but I'll ask you for that when we get back to you. Meanwhile, there's a knock outside your hut, Derelax and Muglug.
Okay.
Come in.
It's Bandik, the tiefling. She's like, hello, hello, y'all. No, no steelies. I promise. Not here for steelies. Just want to talk.
Good, because I'm not sure how many of you guys like walking around with black eyes.
Oh, it was all in good fun. I hope you understand.
Oh yeah, I have fun punching people. It's actually one of my favorite things. If you all want black eyes, you can just line up in front of the door, and I'll give you all one tomorrow.
She looks over at Derelax like, is he serious?
Hard to tell with Moglug.
She says, where's your friend? I thought I saw him come in here.
Didn't he leave illusion or something?
But it's disappeared.
I'm out of range for it to still be there. You
Uh,
could
he,
try
he
and
he went to the
try
toilet.
She kind of stops, raises an eyebrow. This. She says, let's see. Make sure that I wrote in my notes as to what she says.
You know those tieflings? They like to go to the toilet all the friggin' time.
I'm tiefling.
Yeah, that's why I figured you knew.
I don't think I go that much compared to anybody else. It's about the same. So she says, were y'all sent by Grandal himself?
Do I know the name Grandel at all?
No.
Okay.
Muglug's like, nope. Gandalf guy never sent us.
Could he have a relation to the wizard Martek?
Martique, like where we live, the name of this place? This place is Martique.
Huh.
Grandal is the area beyond this place. If you go north along the trail, eventually you'll get to the big stone doors. And it's engraved there, Grandal. Nobody has ever
No,
been able to open those doors.
we came from down south. The the pedestal with the steps and stuff.
Yeah, I think you use that. I think you need those star gems to get into Grandal because there's holes in the wall, in the door. Do you have more of those star jammy things?
Jam. You guys got any jam?
Not that I recall.
Hmm. Well,
But if we'll find him, we'll tell you.
maybe the one will
How
be
many?
enough.
How many of these things do you need?
Let's see. uh, I'm not sure. I'm sure. I'm sure Trifacus would know. He was sent here. He's why that's why he leads us. He's Trifacus the emissary of the Grandals. He came here many years ago. He wasn't born here though.
So I just got asked why do you guys want to leave this beautiful lush tropical area for a friggin' desert?
Is it all desert?
It's
No.
all desert and worse.
Well, Muggle, we did release the water back, so it'll probably not be desert when we get back there.
What, like in 1,000 years?
I didn't even know you can count that high.
It was a word I heard. I don't know how to count that high.
I don't know
But
about
there's
Trifacus sometimes. I'm just trying to figure out if you're here to help Trifacus or if you're here to replace Trifacus. Sometimes I think Trifacus doesn't believe in Gilder's laws or sacred laws.
We're just here to figure out how to kill this big giant fire genie or whatever they're called from destroying the entire, making that desert that is already a living hell even more of a living hell.
the Oasis wasn't that bad.
And the Oasis sucked.
It gave you that chair.
The chair was nice.
She seems more and more like her heart is sinking the more and more you two talk.
Do you have
But
any
but really,
reason?
why would you want to leave? Is there a reason you want to leave here? It's like, this is
Oh my
gorgeous.
gosh. Your Lex is like got this look at his face. It's like, Mogul, quit talking.
But you don't think it looks nice around here?
It's nice and all, but I wouldn't want to be trapped here forever. I think these people don't want to be trapped here forever.
We've already been trapped here forever.
Like, come on, how old are you? Like, what, 20?
Something like that, I
Mogul,
guess.
you never ask a woman her age. Oh crap! I
Oh
shouldn't
yeah.
say that out loud. I should not have said that out loud. Derek just looks at her and goes, puts her hand on her shoulder. We'll help your people the best we can.
She says, "Do you do steelies too?"
Do steelies?
Yeah, steelies.
No, I never stole in my life. Just beat the crap out of people and took their stuff. It's kind of fair game when you're in the arena.
If you don't do steelies, how you enter Grandal? Only the worthy are allowed to enter Grandal.
Maybe it takes more than just steelies to be intergrandal.
That's what the Mad Dogs say. She starts to give you a side eye. She considers this.
But as he puts her hand on her shoulder, we will do what we can to help you.
You know, I did a, I did a sneaky one time into Trifacus's hut. Do you want to know what I saw?
What did you see?
What about you? Do you want to know what I saw?
Is that between you and Trepaska? I don't need to hear these kind of personal things.
And wait outside, Muglug.
When you spoke to Trafakas, she turns to you, Derelax. Say what you said to him.
What did he say?
No, say what you said to him. What did you say to Trafakas? Talk like that again.
I think she thinks you're sexy when you talk with that dragon like talk.
You mean Draconic voice?
I don't know. Talk like that.
It's
Like you're spitting and hissing. Talk like that.
all coconut out to golden.
And she starts laughing. She says, one time I heard Trafakas talking like that in his hut by himself. He was just looking at his reflection in one of those mirrors, and he was talking like that to himself.
And you don't talk to yourself?
And Derelax thinks for a second and just goes. Even in Draconic, it has the same name. Did you ever hear the word mentioned Tiamat?
I don't know. It was just lots of spitting and hissing. I thought it was funny. I tried to look at his mirror, but he had it wrapped up a certain way. And I didn't want to disturb it. Then he would know that I was in his place.
Hey, you said this was tiefling, right?
Yeah.
Is she like the only tiefling around here?
No, there's a couple. In fact, it's a pretty good shotgun spread of races, except for Dragonborn. Of core races, I should say.
Right. I think Derelax is gonna.
She says, I'll let you get some sleep.
Derelax is gonna finish with, Homer muscles really flex when he lets down. No, I'm not gonna say that. That can be too much for anyone to. His muscles flex when he lets out. No, okay, let's try this again. No, that's not gonna.
And as you like, as you keep saying, as you keep going, let me try that again. She's just like, okay, bye, and she just turns and walks away.
Derek just snaps his fingers. Turn it. Derek's the worst wingman ever.
So, Hormir, they
Yes.
go ahead and make that stealth roll.
Oh, tomorrow, be with me on this.
Oh God!
Oh.
Too bad someone doesn't have luck as a feat.
You'd think I would have picked that up by now, but I haven't.
Especially a worshiper of Tiamora.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Doesn't he have a reaction save the ability to go invisible if he gets spotted?
well, that's what he
Nope.
used.
I've already
Oh.
used it.
Well, he's using it actively right now, and that's why but he still rolled. So, you break like a couple of twigs. Because you're still invisible, right?
Yeah, I'm invisible for like a couple more seconds.
Move a few branches. They stop and they're all peering. They call out, "Who's there?" Um,
Caw, caw, caw.
I was considering making an animal noise. But what I think Hormir would actually do is pull a coin from his pouch and just sling it like 30 feet to his right and make it appear like it's an animal scurrying around them.
all right, give me a performance or deception, your choice.
They're both as bad as each other.
Oh, this is another day. It's another day.
Thanks, roll 20.
Um,
How long does the potion of invisibility last?
If I had it a minute, lasts as long as the spell.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So he casts Storm Sphere at you.
So, strength save.
Whirling air. Yep.
Oh no, roll 20. This is not a time to be roll 20.
Hang on, I've got a thing for that. And maybe? Nope, never mind.
Um.
I'm on 2 HP.
So you take 11 bludgeoning, and see what happens. Let's see. So now, um, now go ahead and tell me what you're gonna do.
I'm probably going to do the maddest plan I've ever tried. I'm going to drop Snack and try and scurry out of sight as the invisibility wears off, and try and stealthily sort of sneak out the way and leave Snack in my place so they think
Okay.
that's what they heard.
Okay. So Snack has to do a strength save.
I don't want to lose snack. I don't want to lose snack. Woohoo! Wait, does he get advantage?
So that's a 9 and a fail, and it would have been a fail anyway, so he takes 11 damage.
Okay, he takes 11 damage. Paunus, or I should say Trifacus, sees Snack and he makes the sphere attack him.
Oh no.
So lightning. Wait, it's a. I guess that's what that 21 is. It's a hit roll, right? So 21 would hit him. No, it's
He has to make a ranged spell attack for the lightning.
okay. So a 10, he's got advantage.
Anything over a 12 is going to hit Snack.
Yeah, so without his modifier, I'm guessing his modifier is more than 2.
Probably.
So that hits Snick, doing 15 points of lightning damage to Snick. They say, "Oh, it's just a two-stepper," and then he dismisses the sphere, and they kind of just go away.
I'll sort of get Snack to follow me and make my way back to the hut that we would designate.
Okay.
Once we're out of sight, I'll turn him back into the staff.
Okay. So they've shaken you off. But you probably heard enough anyways.
I think so.
All right. So everybody gets a long rest.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
Assuming that y'all are ready for one.
Yep.
So what's your plan now? Y'all wake up. It's still before dawn. What's y'all's plan? What are y'all gonna do? I don't think the villagers have wakened up yet.
Leave Dodge.
Were y'all gonna
with
head towards the Mad Dogs or what? Was
you
it
know,
Palatine?
with the newfound ability of Derelax as a paladin, I think he's going to try to burn off a divine sense.
Okay.
Here. And
What's
see
that
what
do?
he. Let me bring it out. Let's see.
He wants to know if they're fae, fiends, devils, or
Undead or anything.
Presence of strong email. Celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. So each square is 50 feet, right? Or each
Right.
hex is 50 feet. So I would say within one hex of you, nothing gets detected. And yeah, that's it, including the adjacent huts.
You know, from the stories those guys said last night and everything, I like those Mad Dogs more. These guys are all kleptomaniacs, and I don't want to be hanging around with these guys.
To be honest, I don't think we should be hanging around with either. I say we try and get out of here as fast as possible.
I have a bad feeling about this Dragonborn.
I wouldn't trust any of this lot as far as I could throw.
Your future girlfriend came back. She said, "Come, looking at me, talking to someone." Could be the Freeney. So if you married this girl, who would you pick as your best man?
Darlax, are you seriously assuming just because we've met another tiefling I'm going to marry her?
So
I can hope.
So she was really.
Two, we're both some shade of purple, which probably means we're related considering how rare purple is in tieflings. 3, we really don't have time for a wedding right now.
Okay.
Yeah, she was really interested in your draconic speech.
Do you think the Frady speaks Draconic?
Being that powerful, I'd imagine they speak many languages. Or have the ability to cast spells that would allow them to understand anything.
If we're not going to help these people out, I say we head straight to the doors.
You head where?
We head straight for the doors.
Do we even know where they are?
North.
Hormir wasn't there, but Toby pretty much remembers it was this middle north path.
Right. So it's this path, and Derelax draws a crude map that looks terrible, and then points this way, and I think everyone gets a general idea. Or I hope they get the general idea.
Yeah, and I would follow.
There's a sudden knock at your door.
Who's there?
Come in.
It's Bandik again. Good morning, y'all. No steelies.
Morning.
No steelies. She looks around. She says, "Oh, so you are back." She tells Hormir.
Yes, I just went to the toilet and then took a little walk, said some prayers.
She kind of stops, looks, thinks. Give me a deception check. And then she just blows it off. Okay, well. Trafakas wants to make sure y'all have a big breakfast. And then he wants your help with Grandal. I'm supposed to lead you to him after I make sure you have a big breakfast. So who's hungry?
I must admit, I am pretty peckish.
What about the rest of you?
Well, you see Homer's on one side of what's her name, Beckett or
Bandik?
Bendig.
Mhm.
Derek's on the other side where her back is facing. When Homer says, "I'm a little peckish," you just see Derek smile and put 2 thumbs up. You just probably see Homer going, "Oh God."
Derek says, "Oh, Hormir, don't be modest. It's a lot more than just little, I'm sure."
Sigh.
um, okay. Of course, this goes completely over Bendik's head. And she looks over at Muglug and Derelax and's like, "Are y'all hungry?"
Sure, I can eat. I don't know. Your food's kind of like always seems to go down the wrong way though, so I don't know if I trust it.
Do you masticate?
Do I do what?
Chew, Muglug. Do you?
Oh,
No, you
chew.
don't chew.
Chew. What's that?
Muglug, I'm sure we had a conversation about this last time you nearly choked on something. You need to bite on things and break them up before you swallow them.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah. That's chewing. Yeah. I'll try to chew again.
So then she like takes a dim. Did y'all think more about what I told y'all last night?
Yeah, we all think he's some demon in disguise.
So y'all gonna try to stop Trifacus?
We're going to try and save everything we can.
Inside check.
What, on Hormia?
No, the woman.
Okay.
Oh, okay. When she says, when she's looking for answers to help Jafak, does she come off like she may betray us to Jafakas?
No. No, she asking if you're gonna try to stop Trifacus.
All right, so she's sincere.
And from as far as you can tell, yes, but she is holding back something.
Stop Trithaka from doing what?
He shouldn't be leading us. I was gonna be the leader until he came along. But if you are gonna stop Trifacus, you really need to worry about Sardoc and Panis.
How did he become leader in the first place?
Because he says he's the emissary. But I don't know about that.
Emissary of.
Of Grandel.
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah.
Question.
The problem is, if he'd said that Sardoc was the emissary, I'd believe it. Because Sardoc is good at steelies. But not Trifacus. Panis is a meanie, though. You gotta watch out for Panis.
Honest, a half
Make sure
elf.
you give him good punches, Muglug, if you have to work with if you have to deal with Panis.
Oh yeah, I will give him more than just good punches. I'll show him the backside of my chair. It's very comfortable.
And
She
Darax
kind of gives
pulls.
like a little, mouth to the side, like she's not impressed. Like she's like, I may have screwed up confiding in this group.
Of course, she doesn't know what the backside of my chair does.
And then Darax just has this like little daydream of him being best man. Just splits in two and just crumples up and just flies away and burns on the counter like his old daydream does. He's like,
So she looks at you and then she says, some of the words you were saying last night were some of the words that he used in the mirror. I just don't remember which one. Go through it again.
Tiamat, Uwa, Uwa. Ar, yeah, I can't remember his name. Ugar, is
No. It was during your song, your second song. It was one of the words in your second song. I remember now.
I don't think he remembers what the second song had.
It was about his people.
And you're going to go through their names?
Yeah.
So she's saying, just do the song again.
Persivalax.
Persivalax. That was it. That was one of the words he used in the mirror.
What does that mean, Daralax?
Derelict sits up and puts his hands on his legs and it's like, could you give us some time to get ready to clean up for breakfast?
Okay. And then she leaves.
First of all, Axe, what's my brother's name?
You don't think this guy's your brother, right?
No, my brother should be Bronze.
Maybe they're working together?
Why? To what end?
I don't know. I can't fathom it. There's something about this place that's off, but I can't put my finger on it.
I get the same feeling. Just, I would like to ask him about my brother. The truth is, I don't trust him with a 10-foot or a ladder or anything that can stretch that long.
So just to be clear, what she described was that he mentioned that word when speaking to a mirror about 4 foot tall. Um, and whenever he's not speaking to the mirror, he keeps it wrapped up. But she tells you that that's the first thing he says when he talks to the mirror.
We need to get a hold of that mirror. I know we have a journey to save the world, but I need answers.
That's fair. Let's tidy ourselves up, head to breakfast, see if Bandit can help us see this mirror.
And we tidy ourselves up, or at least the best we can.
Okay. Getting everything together.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Um. Let's see. Let's make sure that I'm not missing anything in the chats. All right. So y'all are gonna tidy up. Are y'all gonna head to breakfast, or are y'all gonna try to still sneak out and find the Palantines?
I say we stay here and investigate further.
Right.
Well, so she's got orders from Trifacus to lead you back to Trifacus once you finished with breakfast.
You mean where he is, or or in here in town?
No, where he is. Possibly.
Okay.
She's not. She didn't make it clear.
Okay.
I say we get breakfast, meet with Trifacus, see what he's got to say, and make decisions going from there.
Okay.
But that's only the party members. If you want to go with
I
that plan, I'll do
guess
as I ask.
Muglug will have to survive with it.
All right. So all of you gather your stuff. So uh, real quickly, y'all just y'all when y'all went to sleep, y'all just went to sleep, right?
I think Derelax would take a quick look out and peek and see if anything happened while they went to bed or anything.
Yeah.
Muglug would definitely take a watch. He doesn't trust these guys, but as far as he can throw them.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Like, we probably would have slept in shifts, even though we could have just all slept. I think we would have done shifts and kept watch, make sure no stealies happened.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. So y'all go to breakfast. It's more of a serving line, cafeteria, self serve. There's no formal welcome for you now.
Yeah, Derelict gets a couple breakfast tacos.
Okay.
They have them.
Yeah, but they're still mostly fish tacos.
Well, Derelict remembers to chew before.
In fact, they turn the Muglug and they say, "We made breakfast tacos this morning, so that way you wouldn't have to worry about choking on a fish head." And that's why Muglug made his constitution save this time.
Hormir just grabs the basics and carbs and protein.
All right.
Chows down on that.
So some of them want to ask you some stories during breakfast. Tell us
Muglug
more
would
about the
gladly
desert.
tell him about the great story of us slaying that Triceratops in the arena.
Okay, give me a performance check of that. A 5?
That would be a 5, yes.
Derelict quickly tries to salvage the story. And... oh boy, this ain't gonna end well. He does slightly better. Slightly.
So I kind of figure it goes like this. We were fighting in this pit, and this big brontosaurus. I don't know, some tiny. What do they call it again?
Dinosaur.
Some animal. We just killed it. That's the whole story.
Some of them are like, that story kind of sucks.
Derelict.
Yeah, the Derelict comes behind, tries to embellish it a bit, and he's like, no better.
Derelict says,
What? A couple of them come up to y'all. One of them's like, "So did the Triceratops even fight back, or y'all just slaughtered it?"
it killed one of our friends and stomped on him. Poor Scuba.
And then we slaughtered it.
Give me a deception check.
That's not a deception. That is actually canon.
That they stomped one of your friends?
Yeah, Scuba, the turtle.
Maybe not so much
It
stomped as
wasn't a
accidentally
stomp.
stepped on.
It was an accidental step on, or kind of thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's still pretty funny.
And
I'd like to add this was before I met these two.
What do you need me to roll, or what?
no, that's fine.
Persuade?
One guy just walks away from you two, and he's like, "Man, these guys suck at storytelling."
Derelict tries to tell a story of all the great deeds of his comrades.
and he
And
just
let's
kind of
see.
like gets tired of listening to y'all. And he just leaves.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Okay, so you telling tales of your other
Comrades.
comrades
Yeah,
during
but
pit
there's
fire.
like no one left to listen.
So they're like, yeah, but besides the pits, finally somebody asks, what else is there outside of Martinique? What other places have y'all seen?
You
Are
seen
there
the white
rivers like
palms?
this river here?
There's a new river in the near the pyramid we made.
Do they have villages
That's
just
more
like
of a
us?
that's more of a crick.
We'll be a river eventually. Don't complain. What was their question?
They're like, never mind. They just go back to eating their tacos. You've left them more confused than anything. You're like, so
There's
they
the
killed dinosaurs?
oasis. There's an oasis called the Oasis of the White Palms where they buried their dead by planting a tree on their grave.
Man, it sounds like everything they talk about is death. Man, these guys are pretty morbid. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Gee, that
uh,
place sounds worse than our two-step infested jungles. Oh yeah. Then one of them's like, I don't know. Sounds kind of cool to me. So y'all have
Mugbo's
breakfast.
like, is hot the new cool?
It's a young Gilder. He just goes, so y'all are gonna let Bandik lead you to Trifacus?
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So she gathers you up here past the cages. She's like, are y'all ready?
Ready.
Alright. So she starts to head north, and then all of a sudden she turns down this path. And let's see. Oh god. She leads you. She's like, I'm not sure why he told me to bring you over here. So she leads you to this area. Hormir, there's a little bit of a sinking feeling that you're starting to feel.
Yeah.
Um, you also see several. Let me see. Hold on. You might not see everybody. Yeah, you don't see everybody. Um, You see Trafakas and you see Sardak. Um, and they're waiting, and you can see the obvious scorched area where it looked like there was some shit that went down just a few hours earlier.
Mhm.
How do y'all want to do this?
Hormir will just casually walk up and sort of nod towards the damaged area and go, "Bad weather?"
All right, you're gonna have to give me a deception check.
Oh wow. Oh.
So Trafakas turns and glares at you. He gives you a long look. That's an interesting staff you have there. How did you come about that, if I may ask?
Found it while diving dungeons with these two.
Hmm. Um, Bandik, why don't you go join Pawnus? Uh, sure. And she kind of goes around, disappears, walking past. So once again, welcome to Martique in the wonderful garden here. I hope you slept well last night. Did you find the accommodations to your satisfaction?
Extremely satisfactory.
You weren't left restless and maybe decided to go wandering about, did you?
I took a quick toilet break and made some prayers as I walked about the town, but apart from that, no.
You should be careful. There are dangerous poisonous snakes in these jungles. They call them two steps.
I'll be
Could
sure
find
to
yourself
keep
killed
my
next time that you wander about late like that.
I have ways and means to deal with poisons.
So tell me, what do you know about Martique, this area that we're in? How did you come about getting here?
We're adventurers. We found our way here through traveling and happenstance, and we found our way here by happenstance.
A lost city, from what we understand, hidden in the clouds.
Hmm. So you found the teleportation device under the stone columns.
We did.
Well, at least those still work. Were you able to tell if there's a way back?
Not from what we've seen so far.
Well, I'm gonna need your help. The There are some doorways on the north part of this dome. We haven't been able to figure out how to open them. Obviously, nobody has. But due to some of my research, I've come upon some certain order and a certain way of doing a ritual in order to get those doors to open. But in order to get them to work, I need access to star gems, and unfortunately, nobody has any star gems. It's my understanding, though, that y'all brought some with you. Is that true?
We have one. It's what brought us here.
A
And
star gem.
and do you have it with you?
I do.
May I see it?
May we see the door first?
The door is at the north part of this dome. I can take you there, of course.
Of course.
Then
Well,
take
let's
us.
start going.
Once we see the door, I'll show you the gem.
Okay. Um, Sardoc. Uh,
Nonsense. Oh wait, that wouldn't work on him, would it?
Sardoc is kind of looking expectantly at you. Giving you a little bit of a, I should say, is quite blatantly looking all of you up and down, trying to size you up. Um,
Mugglo's good at doing that.
okay. And let's see what else. He says, okay, it's this way. And he actually starts walking towards you. They go past you and they're like, "You coming?"
Indeed, we shall follow. And Hormir will turn and start to follow.
Okay. So Sardoc kind of pauses and lets y'all pass, while Trifacus goes forward. Are y'all cool with that?
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna walk up right beside him.
Next to Sardoc?
Trifacus.
Okay.
I'm going to walk next to Sardog.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start up a conversation and go, "Well, so there's really a door here?"
This is to Trifacus,
Yeah.
and you're speaking how? Common?
Yeah, common.
Okay. He says, "Well, we're all fairly certain it's a door."
Well, but I don't stop. I keep going and going and going and asking questions like, how big is this door? Are you sure there's needs more than one? As far as we know, we only found the one." And I just keep going and going and going. And then I'm going to try to make him slip up and say, "How do you know Persilax?"
Let's see.
Would that be a deception check, persuasion, or sleight of
You're,
hand?
you're gonna just say it like that.
No, I'm gonna make him slip up. Like keep asking him questions. He answers about the door
He's not
and where.
answering you.
Oh, he's not answering.
No,
Ooh. So I guess I don't do that.
he's just blowing you off. He's saying in due time. Well, let's get to the door first. Um,
You know what? I may not get an opportunity to do this. So Derelix is gonna fake having cramps, and he's like, "I need to go to the side of the jungle to go use the little dragonborn's room." And when he does that, he's stealthily trying to take a potion of invisibility and sneak off to wherever the mirror is. Can he do that?
um,
I think it would be deception first.
I don't think you're so far out. It's a big open field. How long does the potion of invisibility last?
Well, enough
As
to
long
get
as
right
it's
back.
stealth.
Well, only long enough to get behind them and without them noticing.
So you're gonna try to break off from the group
Pretty much.
when
Behind
there's
this.
no obvious way for you to do that. You're in a
Oh,
big pathway, cleared path field
so I
on a
can't
on a
go off
track.
the side to the jungle, thing like that.
No, you're in a tight group. You're as much as if you pulled up to Trifacus and started talking. He's gonna notice if you're gonna try to break off,
All
and then
right.
you've got Sardok walking behind you alongside Hormir. I just don't
Curious.
see how you're going to be able to pull
I
that
see your
off.
point. I see your point on that one. Let's try something else. Well, he doesn't have any spells yet, so. Alright. Okay.
So you start to approach the stone door. I'm just gonna say there's this huge wall here. It's pretty much the edge of the. And waiting there is Bandique. Guess she's circled around. There's a few guilders. Um, and when you get there, Trifacus hails Bandique again, and he says, "Panis," and she says, "Yeah, he left as soon as I got here." Trifacus says, "Good." So then you'll go up to the door.
Mhm.
If I can find this description. Um, Majestic twin doors of shining silver tower before you. These doors are each 30 feet wide. Okay, so wall and door. So let's see. Let's draw something that looks silver. Nope, that's not it. And 20, 30. So boom. And then right here, is that about right? Boom. Give or take. Rise almost 100 feet to an arched top. There are no markings, handles, or hinges that you can see on the doors. A waterfall cascades down from a 10-foot wide opening 75 feet up on either side of the doors. The falling water splashes onto pools that each feed a river. There's a platform made of strange polished blue-gray stone in front of the doors. There's a small altar on the platform 50 feet in front of the doors. The altar has strange writings carved into its surface, surrounded by oddly shaped holes.
Hormir's gonna take a look at the altar, seeing as there doesn't seem to be any carvings or markings on the door. The altar is the first place he'd go.
Muglug wants to do what he always does,
What's that?
but he always gets yelled at for doing it. So I'm not sure if he's going to do it. He's sad that he always gets yelled at for doing it.
And what is it that you're? Let's say this is the altar. So some are gonna follow you over here, including Trufacus.
Did I lose it? Where is it? Oh, I think someone stole my star gem from me. They probably
Yep.
didn't like me having it.
Yep.
Wait, which star gem?
Are you
What
gonna
talking
talk about? Are you gonna talk about this? Because now you're rifling through your bag and you're noticing that it's gone. Are you gonna say anything about it, Muglug, or are you gonna?
Muglug's sad.
Okay, so Hormir, you're gonna look at the altar, right? Hormir.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see. Hold on.
Muglug goes over to Hormir and he says, "I will be back. If you don't see me in a couple days, I guess I won't be back."
Muglug, what's up?
I'm just going to show a couple pickpockets who's boss around here. And then Muglug starts walking back to town.
Um. Okay. So you see. When you analyze this, it looks like there are three indentations for star gems.
And they're all the same shape, right? Or are they different shapes?
Um, well, all the star gems are roughly the same shape, so there's no obvious order, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I was asking, like, do the gems have different shapes? In which case, is it obvious which ones need to go in, or is it just any three?
It's not obvious which ones need to go in, and um, Bandik says something like the obelisk might have information, and then Sardok gives her the most vilest look and says,
Obelisk?
Maybe, maybe not."
Sardok, it's really hard to read this writing when you're breathing down my neck. Little space.
It there's no need for you to review it, but because I already know what the ritual should be. By the way, you were going to show me that star gem?
Hormia will very carefully pull out Canpelar
Derelax is going
and
to
hold
reenact.
it. Like, he's going to be holding it tightly so they can see it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not letting them take it out of my hand. And if anyone tries to, they're going to be in for a fight.
Yeah, Derelax holds it raised in action. If anyone tries anything, he'll start swinging his sword.
So Trifacus looks at it intently. He looks back at the indentation.
We've only
And
got one.
he mutters to himself, "So that's a clear gem." Daralax, you hear him mutter that to himself in Draconic.
By the looks of it, we need three. We're 2 star gems short.
Hmm. Indeed. Well, thank you for showing me and for trusting me.
Hormia is going to make it look like he puts it away in one of his side pouches, but he's actually going to palm it and like stuff it into a gap in his armor plate if he can
Okay,
discreetly.
give me a sleight of hand check.
That's a 12.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um. All right. So you stash it in your armor.
Yeah, I'll slide it like into my breastplate.
Okay. Uh. All right then. So then, Trifacus says, "Well, it's a shame that we don't have three gems." But he turns to Derelax and mutters in Draconic, "Or do we?"
Derelict just smothers back. Do not.
Deception, please.
All right. Oh, nice.
Okay. Well, one may be sufficient. I may have to review my notes. Perhaps tomorrow, if you'll do me the honor of meeting me back here again for breakfast. After breakfast, we can see if we can get these doors to open. How about it?
Certainly is. Provisionally, Bandik, would you take us to this obelisk you mentioned?
Bandik has other matters to attend to. He gives her this look. Apologies. Yes.
Well, at least some directions. It'd be worth us casting an eye over it just in case.
Well, I'm sure if you explore as you are wont to do, you'll come across it eventually. And they kind of fall back towards the doors. And like I said before, you don't know um, where Ponus is. You don't see Ponus anywhere.
Darlax, let's go catch up with Muglug.
Derelict is gonna watch this guy.
This guy's gonna come back. He's like, "Do you need me to guide you back to the village?"
I think we can find our way, thank you.
Okay. All right. So y'all are gonna go back to the village. Now, where did Muglet go?
Oh, he's probably about halfway to the village by now.
Okay, and who were you going to see?
I think I'll start off with Black Eye Betty, or maybe Black Eye P. That's a good name for him.
All right. Okay. So, we're probably going to wrap up here anyways because it is coming up on 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Um, so you go and you're going to shake down Black Eyed Pete.
Oh yeah, big time.
All right, give me some intimidation.
Oh, I wasn't going to shake him down that way.
All right. You're just going to grab him, grapple check.
No, I wasn't going to shake him down that way either.
What are you going to do?
Well, you know my chair has two sides, right? A cushy side and a hard side, right?
Right.
I'm just going to beat the hell out of him with the cushy side until he's unconscious. And then search his unconscious body.
Okay, so you find him fishing over here, away from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you knock him the hell out. Let's just go ahead and fast forward through that. He does not have anything on him.
Okay, how many more people are in this village?
About 88, give or take.
Let me start with the more likeliest. Maybe the some of the people that were in the meeting room when we first met them, or maybe like the maybe I'll take down the was it the
So you
thief
so
who can
you
see
you
planes.
So you didn't try to ask him any questions. You just beat him up.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Muglug ain't asking no questions anymore.
You spot the guy that left your story early.
He sounds like a good idea. How about him? I'll smash him down until he's unconscious and search him.
He, but just before when he passes out, he tells you that he handed it to Sardoc.
Okay, then I'll go over to Sardoc and do the same thing to him.
So Sardoc is, you don't know where Sardoc is.
Was he back at the wall or something? Where did he go?
Y'all didn't see Sardoc.
I'll have to ask around for Sardoc. Hey, anyone see Sardoc?
Are we back in the village, or are we?
Y'all get back to the village just as you finish seeing Muglug beat the crap out of one of the poor villagers.
Do we overhear Sardak has it?
Yes.
They're back at the. We need to get back to the gate.
You didn't see Sardoc at the gate.
I know.
So now I'm asking villagers where they seen Sardoc.
Oh, Muglug, I think he was invisible the time. He may have taken more than just your stuff.
So let's go ahead and end the session for tonight.
All right.
Y'all are down a star gem all of a sudden, at least. And next week is a bye week. We'll resume the Desert of Desolation on the 26th. Any other announcements, y'all?
Unless we do a video where we update the channel and info and talk about the coming announcements, the coming campaigns. But other than that, no.
All right, then. Well, thanks, everybody, for watching.
Yes, thank you.
And let's end this stream. Goodbye.
Bye.